Hi everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name's Stephen Aitchison, and today we're going to be revisiting FibSwap. I've spoke about FibSwap since last year, since July 2021 when it first came out. Now, as a group, CYT Group got into FibSwap at a brilliant price and a kind of 100x, 200x almost, I think. It was kind of 200x, I can't quite remember. And a lot of us made a lot of money, but we stuck with FibSwap as well, even though we kind of sold tokens and made us a lot of money. We'd stuck with FibSwap because Fibonacci, the owner, is just a brilliant guy. If you've heard any of his kind of calls, you'll know how great he is and his mind, how it works as well. And the lead developer, Clive, as well. We stuck with him throughout on the promise that they were going to deliver a DEX, a cross-chain DEX, cross-chain swap DEX, that was going to really work well for users. Now, obviously, we held the tokens and held them, and they've kind of gone down a lot since then. And it's because the DEX wasn't user-friendly, it wasn't functional. So when the DEX first came out, if you're trying to swap from the BSC chain to the Ethereum chain, there was about 15 steps in total they have to do. And that just was not user-friendly at all. It really wasn't. And I recorded every single step because I've been testing the DEX from day one. Not for Clive as such, but because I wanted to test it for myself, to use it for myself. But I don't want to promote it to people if it's not user-friendly, if it's not functioning properly at all. So I kind of promoted it on the promise that they were going to have a better DEX in the future. And that's what's been promised all along, which is good. But it's never really worked. Until version 1.4 came out. A few weeks ago, version 1.4 came out, and I thought this looks amazing. The kind of design of it looks brilliant, and I thought this could be it. This could be the time that they get this right this time. And don't get me wrong, this is a really hard thing to do, and Clive has done an amazing job. But I kind of went in with a little bit of trepidation. I tested version 1.4 using Phantom to Binance Chain. And it didn't work again, and I thought, shit man, it's just not working. This is just not good at all. And it took me ages to get the transaction. It just stuck there for a couple of hours. I'd written to Fib as well. And eventually what they had to do is refund me the money that I'd kind of spent kind of testing this out. And it was quite a bit, a couple of $1,000. So I'd given up on version 1.4 as well. I thought, okay, this doesn't work. However, I found out that on the day that I was testing version 1.4, the Phantom chain was down. There's something wrong, functionally wrong with the Phantom chain. But by that time, I'd already kind of dismissed it and thought, okay, I'll just wait to test version 1.5 whenever that comes out. So I was speaking to Fib this morning, and I said, listen, Fib, I've sold a lot of my kind of Fibo tokens because I think I can make more money trading them, and I'll get into FibSwap when the DEX is fully functional and is fit for purpose. And I said, listen, he said, I totally understand, but they said the DEX is working. I said, Fib, I've tested it the last time. He said, no, it was a problem with the Phantom chain. He told me there's a problem on that day with the Phantom chain. So I tested it again this morning, and lo and behold, it works perfectly. So I tested it on the Polygon network, from Polygon to BSC, perfect. BSC to BSC, perfect. That's never been an issue. ETH to ETH, no problem at all. But I tested it with the Phantom network going over to BSC as well, and it worked perfect again. I thought, this is it. This is day one for FibSwap. This is what I've been waiting for literally since July, and I now feel extremely comfortable promoting FibSwap as a DEX, as a user-friendly DEX that works first time without any issues. Now, obviously, you're going to get issues that can happen all the time, just the same you do with Uniswap and PancakeSwap and Joe, etc. All the other DEXs that you're using, SpookySwap, which I love you kind of using as well. That's going to come in the future. There will be some kind of issues, I would imagine. But this is the first time I feel extremely comfortable and confident promoting FibSwap for the DEX itself. Not promoting FibSwap for the promise of a good DEX, but promoting FibSwap because they have a good DEX. So what I want to do today is to tell you that little story, just to say I think this could be 100x waiting to happen. I really do. At the very least, a 50x, I would say, up to $1 billion market capitalization. It's currently about 19 million, but we'll look at that in a second. So what I want to do is just show you it working in action and show you what I kind of felt this morning as well. So we're going to jump over and I'll show you the DEX in action. Okay, so this is the design. This is a dashboard of it as well. So it's just telling you how much has been traded for FibSwap, and you can look at other kind of ones as well. But we're just going to focus on FibSwap and use the DEX. So now we are in the FibSwap DEX. So it's dex.fibswap.io. So what we're going to do is transfer from the BSC network over to the Phantom network. So we'll switch to BSC, and we're going to buy some Phantom tokens with some Fibo tokens. So I've got $55 worth. You need at least $20 worth. And we'll go to Phantom chain and we'll buy some Phantom. And then what we're doing, we're just going to do max. We'll send the max over starting swap, and it'll come up with how much Phantom tokens you're going to be given, which is 29.2 Phantom tokens. We'll just say yes to that, transfer that. Click on confirm. We know we've got enough Phantom tokens in our Phantom wallet. We know we've got enough BNB in our BSC wallet as well. And confirm transaction. Confirm that successfully transferred. And then we're going to get a message just saying waiting for router. And what we'll do, we'll just switch network from here over to the network you're going over to, which is the Phantom network. Go over to Phantom. You're allowed to switch network, that's good. So now we just wait on this completing, and once it goes to complete, we'll just click on complete and that'll be the transaction done. So before, it was taking a long time for that to happen. So we'll just X that just now, that's your transfer history. Yeah, before it was taking a long time to do this, and when there was about 15 different kind of moves that you had to do before you could cross-chain swap. But now this should only take space within a couple of minutes, and sometimes it's going through much quicker than that as well. So it should transfer over from the BSC to the Phantom network, no problem, and buy the Phantom for us as well. So there it is, complete. Click on complete, and we just need to sign it again, just to say all is hunky-dory. We're good with that. Pay the Phantom fee on the other side, and that's it. And that's a confirmed transaction, so we should now see the Phantom in our wallet. 29.94, I had a wee bit in before. So that's it. That's how easy it is now. Before it was much more difficult, but now we're focused on the here and now and for the future as well. That's how easy it is to swap from BSC network to Phantom. It's the same with Ethereum to BSC, Ethereum to Phantom. The Ethereum fees, obviously, you're still going to have to pay that, so you have to be careful of the Ethereum fees, just like you do on Uniswap as well. So I wouldn't be using that too much for the Ethereum side. But you can see what this is a huge, huge difference from it was from its first iterations. But the price just now, we're on a 4-hourly chart, we'll just go to the daily chart, has come right down. So I think this is bargain basement here to get this. You can see at the moment there's 1.2 tenths of a cent. That is the kind of baseline for this, the very bottom. So this has come down 91% since its all-time high. But I genuinely think this could go at least 50x to $1 billion market capitalization. So I think the market capitalization is about 19 million. We'll just check it just now. The market cap is 8.7 million just now with a fully diluted valuation. Always look at the fully diluted valuation of 19.268. So it's come down. So it's up 8% this morning. But I think from here it's an absolute steal. And even if we kind of 50x from here, that's only 400 million market cap. 100x, we're talking about 871 million. So not quite $1 billion. But for the fully diluted, obviously that's different. So I'm going to say a 50x conservatively, and that is my opinion, to be honest. So you have to do your own research for this. But this is the first time since the DEX actually came out that I feel extremely comfortable sending users to the DEX to say, listen, you can swap from Phantom to BSC, from Ethereum over to kind of Phantom, from Polygon over to Ethereum. Just it's a brilliant kind of DEX now. And no doubt it's going to get even better now, but I have no qualms about sending users over to the DEX now. And I didn't have that before. I didn't have confidence in sending people over, and I just wouldn't do it. I'll promote FibSwap for the promise, but not for the actual DEX. Now I'm promoting it for the DEX. So things have changed. This is day one for me, and I think it could be a fabulous tool. So check it out. Try it. Try it with $20 or something. So just go over to the DEX, try it with $25 or something like that, just to test it for yourself, and you'll see how good it is and how quick it is as well. Okay, that's it for now. Until next time, namaste. Take care. Bye now.